Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am very excited because I want to go over everything that I use for my crochet business. I'm going to go over supplies, I'm going to go over shipping stuff, I'm going to go over how I take pictures, I'm going to go over a little bit on the farmers markets that I go to, but I have other videos that y'all can check out on that. So I'm not going to go into a bunch of detail on that, but yeah, we're just going to get into this because I'm so excited. And I have some stuff here beside me that I can show y'all. But a lot of the stuff that I'm talking about, I don't really have anything to show. So if y'all want, grab something to crochet, turn this video on, and sit back and relax. Okay, so the first thing that I want to talk about is how I get my patterns, if I buy them, if they're free, and where I store my patterns. So a lot of people like to use their phone for patterns. I do not. I try not to use my phone as much as possible. So I actually print out every single pattern that I ever make and put it in a binder. So I'm going to grab that and I'll show you. I actually have two binders. This binder is not like pleasing to the eye. I literally have half of an index card stuck in here, and it says bags, baskets, accessories, clothing, like amigurumi foods, and keychains. So that's all that's in this binder, and you can tell it doesn't have that much compared to what you're about to see. So I'll go ahead and also tell you this. Any patterns that are free, if they do not have like a PDF that I can download, I will actually copy and paste. A lot of people may not like this, but I'm not selling their pattern. I'm literally keeping it for myself. I will copy and paste and put it in a document, and then I will print it. So let me see if I can find a free one. Okay, so this one right here is actually off of YouTube. Now, it does take quite a bit of time to do this copy and pasting on a document, but it's a lot better than having to go back and rewatch videos or go back and find the website and read off of it. So this one is actually Erin B's summer shorts, and Erin B is on YouTube. Really recommend her. Love all of her videos. So I like screenshotted a picture of the shorts from her video, and I copy and pasted it onto the document, and then I took my time and literally typed out what she was saying for the pattern. But yeah, I don't know, that's just how I do that. But if I have to pay for a pattern, obviously it sends you a PDF, and you can already go ahead and print that much easier and much faster. But yeah, so any patterns that have like a bunch of papers that go with it, I will put it in a plastic sleeve here. I'm not going to show you this pattern because I can't remember if it's paid for or not, but I'll put it in a plastic sleeve. And this is the big binder. You can see I have quite a few patterns. A majority of my patterns are free because I like using free patterns, but recently I have been purchasing more off of Etsy. This is not organized at all. I'm going to take my time and figure out an better organization method for this. But this whole binder is amigurumi stuff. There's no clothes, no bandanas, hats, or anything like that. But yeah, that's where I keep all my patterns, is this binder and this one. So I also need to go over, if you see me looking down, I have notes on a little paper here. But where I buy my patterns. So I buy my patterns through Etsy most of the time. Most of the stuff that I buy for patterns is related to clothes. There are a few that are for animals, but yeah, Etsy and Ravelry. I've bought a few from Ravelry, not much. And then Ribbler, I have not bought any, but I do have some saved on there that I'm planning to buy in the future and make. But that goes over where I store and how I get patterns. So that's that part. Okay, so the next part that I'd like to go over is everything that I use to crochet. So first we're going to go over my crochet hooks. Okay, so I actually have this little zip up crochet hook case. My mom actually gave it to me, and I have writing up here that I don't want y'all to see, so we're going to keep that hid. And I have it upside down. But all of my crochet hooks are Argo. I'll put it up on the screen. But my mom bought me my first crochet hooks, And the second ones that I got, they're in another case. I got them off of Temu, and they're basically the exact same thing. There's like a slight difference, but they work pretty good. So I would recommend going to Temu and buying hooks, which I can link that down below for y'all. But that is for my hooks. I keep them all in here. The other case that I don't have it pulled out right now, but it's for my like car ride crochet bag. But that's where I get my hooks. Are actually the ones that my mom bought. They were from Amazon, so that's another place you can get them. But they are cheaper on Temu. And then the scissors, you can find these on Amazon, and you can also find them on Temu. They are like a bird. I don't know if you can tell. But that's the scissors I use. They are pretty sharp. And then stitch markers, I have a whole bunch of these, and I've lost a whole bunch of these. These you can buy off of Amazon, and you can buy them off of Temu. But there's the stitch markers I have. And I like these the best. I know a lot of people like little charms, like this right here, but it's a little fish. I don't know if you can tell. But I'm not a big fan of these. They don't slide on and off as easy as these, in my opinion. And then there are two different kinds of needles that I use. These, again, basically everything you can find is on Amazon, and then a lot of the stuff is also on Temu. Temu is very cheap. But I use these for most of my sewing stuff that I need for my amigurumi projects. I also have a smaller needle, and I use it for the tiny stuff that I make, like the tiny keychains that I've made. But there are those. And then the next thing that you have to have when making amigurumi projects is stuffing. And I don't have like the bag that the stuffing came in, because I actually need to get more stuffing. But when I'm on the go, I put it in this little bag, and this is actually a dryer ball bag, but it was just gonna go in the trash. So I was like, hey, let me use that. So I actually put my stuffing in here. And the stuffing I buy is normally from Walmart. I buy it in a big box. I also keep scraps, and I use that as stuffing in some projects. It depends on what the project is, but that's what I do with my stuffing. And then when you're making amigurumi projects, you obviously need eyeballs. So I originally bought my eyeballs from Amazon, but since I came across Temu, I have been buying them from Temu. I tried organizing them the best I could, and I wrote them on a piece of paper here, their sizes. But that is, I have multiple cases. This is the one that I carry with me, and if I need to restock that container, I have 6mm eyes in here. And then I also have another container. This one has noses, and it has colored eyeballs, which they are not in that big container. So there they are, if you can see it. I do not want to dump them. I also have googly eyes, but I've only used these, I think, 2 times. These came from Amazon, I'm pretty sure, but there those are. And then something else that I use often are keychains. So I've been buying my keychains from Temu, and I actually recently had to restock because I ran out of them. But the pack that I get comes with 50 key rings and 50 of these clasps, and you have to put them together. But I also have little buttons in here, and I have used these in the past for a top. And the top that I used these for was for Belly's the summer I turned pretty top. And then I've got like white buttons, or like clear ones, and then I've got some black ones. But all these cases, they actually were filled with different things that we've bought in the past, and we just kept these cases, and they came in handy. But you can also buy some of these from Amazon and Temu. And then the most important part is yarn. I personally buy my yarn from Joann's. I have bought from Walmart when I am in desperate need of a certain color. You can also buy them from Michael's. I have bought some from Hobby Lobby, and a lot of people I've heard buy yarn from the dollar store. I personally have not had any luck finding any in a dollar store. So most of the time I do a big order off of Joann's when they have a special deal going on. I make a lot of my amigurumi projects out of red heart and big twist. So here's some examples of that. As far as clothing pieces I make, I'm still practicing on all of that. I have done a mixture of different types of yarn that I've used for clothing items, but a lot of people recommend cotton, and there are choices from Joann that you can buy cotton from, but that's the yarn that I mostly use. I don't use any jumbo yarn. I'm not a fan of jumbo yarn whatsoever. And then the next thing, this is a bit extra, is how I take pictures. You can take pictures with your phone, but I'm recording on my phone, so I can't show you my phone. But I have an iPhone 8, and I have took pictures with it before. I recommend having like a nice looking background. Don't have it cluttered up. A lot of people like to use just a white background for their pictures. I like taking mine outside with like the sky in the background. And I use a camera, but I also like to take pictures. So I'm not going to tell y'all to go out and buy a camera to take pictures of your products. The phone works just fine. But yeah, that's what I do with mine. Oh, and in case any of y'all are photographers or like to take pictures, this is a Nikon D3200. I'm not a professional photographer at all, but I really recommend this one if you are a beginner. Oh, and I should also mention, if I have like a special that I want to announce with my photos, I'll use either PixArt, and recently I've been using Canva for a bunch of stuff, finding to edit things, like putting like a little banner on my photos, or putting a new pattern release on the photo, like the text. But for the most part, I leave the photos alone after I take them. If they're a bit dark, I might brighten them up in my phone settings, or like the camera app settings. You can do that, or you can use an app, download like a little photo editing app, and you can fix it that way. The next thing that I want to go over are sites that I use to promote all of my crochet stuff. A lot of the stuff that I post is just pictures and like where you can go buy it, which a lot of my stuff is listed on Depop. So when I take a picture of something, I will upload it like on Facebook, and then I will type out like a crochet beanie for sale. If interested, buy here, and then I'll have Depop listed out beside it. And then I'll also have hashtags down below that related to whatever the item may be that I'm selling. But for the sites that I use Facebook, I use Instagram, I use TikTok, I use Pinterest, and Depop, Etsy, and Ribbler. Now, Etsy and Ribbler, I'm going to focus on selling patterns mostly, not actual physical items. I do have some listed on Etsy, but not a whole bunch. Personally, I haven't had much luck with Etsy like other people, and every time you list something on there, it takes a fee. So I found Depop, and Depop does not take a fee when you post something. Now, when you sell something, it does take a fee, but that's what I've been using. And then Ribbler is for patterns, and then my Instagram and Facebook and Pinterest I use to promote those items that I'm selling. Any little videos that I make, like those YouTube shorts or TikToks, I do post those on Instagram and Facebook as well. But yeah, y'all should definitely go follow me on all of my social media if y'all have those social medias. But that's that on the social media stuff, or the sites I use to promote things. And then the next thing that I'm going to go over is how I keep up with my orders. A lot of people do everything electronically. I like writing everything down, obviously. Y'all don't know how many times I rewrote this list. But I'm going to cover out a name. So this is just one order. It was a longer sheet, but I had all the other ones done, so I cut them off. So I've got wrote out here the person, so I'll write like their name out here, what item they ordered, and then if it's finished or not, I'll check it off. And then let me check here. If it's shipped, which these items I did not need to ship, these items were local, so I will like check it if it's been shipped, and I'll put check status. I like to make sure that people get their items. But as you can see, these first four, they've been given to the person, which I'll explain that here in a minute, and why I'm not paid. But over here, I'll write out how much the item cost. So these all, someone in my family, they actually have people like order through them kind of where they work, and she'll tell me like what the item is, so I'll make it. And I have all of this already completed, and I have it all in a bag. I've just got to get it to her. So that is that on how I keep my orders. And then the next part is shipping supplies. So these right here, I'm wanting to upgrade so it won't be so cheap. But I think these I had bought off of Amazon. I use this to ship a lot of the things that I have, like the clothing pieces, because they fit in this little envelope. But I also have these, and these are like, I don't know what you call them, but they're a little bit more sturdy. But I also found out the other day from another YouTuber, and I can't remember her name, but if I remember, I'll link her YouTube channel down below, because I just came across her, and she's a new YouTuber. She said that you can get free shipping supplies from USPS. I have it pulled up to search or read into, but that's something that y'all could look into. I personally haven't done enough research. But yeah, that is what I use to ship my items in. I have had to use a box before, and that was when I had like a big order for one person, and the box that I used, I just recycled from a order that I had received from like Amazon. I think it was an Amazon box. It's either Amazon or Walmart. But if you have something big like that, you can also use a box like that. And I personally do not print my shipping labels and put them on the package and ship it off myself, or like take it to the post office or whatever and ship it. So I just go to the post office and I will literally write down my address in the corner and write down the person that is receiving the product right here like you're supposed to. Take it to the post office, I tell them I'm shipping it, they'll calculate the cost, they'll put a label on there, I pay for it to be shipped, and that's what I do. And I don't live far from the post office either. I live like 5 minutes away from it, so it's not that bad. And then I had just got these off of Temu, but this is like tissue paper. I'm planning to use this for clothing items that I ship. I like to make it kind of pretty, wrap them up in it, and like take yarn, some scrap yarn, and like tie a bow. But that's what I plan on using these for. And then these right here, I will stick on the envelopes that I am sending off after I shut them. I bought these stickers off of Temu. They are all a little bit different, and I don't know if you can read it, but they say, "Thank you for supporting my small business." And then I've got a whole bunch of these. I tried to organize them by like what kind of animal they are. I don't want y'all seeing all of them, because if somebody buys from me, I would like y'all to be surprised with what kind of sticker y'all receive. But I put one sticker in every package for everyone who orders. That's just something extra. This isn't something you have to do, because obviously this is a little bit more money that's being put into your business. But I really like these. And these were from Temu. And then this is something extra I'm doing right now. These were like just some old little miniature food items that I was going to get rid of. But I thought that they would be perfect for sending off to people who order from me. So I will put them in this little bag, put one in this bag, one sticker, and one business card. And these go into the package that I'm sending off. So somebody gets surprised with a little miniature food item and a little sticker. And these bags, I did not purchase. These were leftovers from a baby shower that I had for a family member. So I just kept them and figured they'd work for this. But you can buy these from Temu. I came across them the other day. And you can also buy these from Amazon. And everything that I'm mentioning, you can also buy from Walmart. It's just I buy more from Amazon and Temu. And as far as business cards go, this one's just an example. I messed up a heart over here, so I probably won't send this to somebody. But I created my business card, which I plan to update it probably soon. But I created it on Canva, and then I downloaded that to my computer, and I copy and pasted it onto a Word document, and I made a whole like page of them, or a whole page that was filled with these, and I cut it out, printed it and cut it out, and that's what I use for my business card. It's not perfectly straight at all, you can see here, but I'm really not all that picky, so it's okay. And then this I've had forever. I don't even know where it came from, but it's like a little heart stamp, or not stamp, a heart hole puncher. So messed up on this one, but that just adds to the card a little bit. So that's what I do when I ship the cards off, is I hit them with that and put it in that little bag. The last thing that I'll talk about is the markets. I only recently started doing markets. So I started this past year and I've been doing farmers markets. And I believe I started in April. They have them every Saturday from where I live. They have them every Saturday from 7:30 to 12. I get there about 7 o'clock and set up, and then I stay the whole time. Me and my mom go. And then they also have them on Tuesdays, but I don't go on Tuesdays. I've only been one time. That is the only markets that I've been to. I have been, finally, somebody reached out to me, and I will be going August 12th to a market, and it is, if you're in the area, it's in Leatherwood, or at Leatherwood in Ferguson, North Carolina. So if y'all are in the area, definitely check me out. I don't know what other vendors will be there, but that I have lined up. And then I also have one lined up that's local where I live in September, and then Leatherwood, another Leatherwood market in November. As far as other markets, I do need to do some more research, so I'm not gonna act like I know a whole bunch about markets or how to find them. A lot of people find them off of Facebook. I've looked on my Facebook and I cannot find markets nearby. I'm trying not to go like too far away from where I live, so I try to keep them local. But that's that on the markets, I guess. There's not much that I can really share on that. My farmer's market, the fee was like $65, but that was the application fee and the season pass. I have made my money back already and then some, so the farmer's market is paid for. The Leatherwood one, I have to pay $25. Not bad at all. Way better than some others. I've considered going to a hippie fest that's here in North Carolina. I would have to look back where it's supposed to be at, but I'm pretty sure the cost was pretty high, so I don't think I'll be going to that one. But the only other thing that I have that I did not show y'all was how I price my stuff, like when I take it to markets. These I all got from my Nana. She had these kept from something that she done in the past. So I will write down the price and just thread them kind of through the project. But yeah, you can also find those on like Walmart, Amazon, or Temu. I think that's about it. And I don't spend a whole bunch of stuff. This is things that have just collected over time. It's all decently priced, and then y'all hear me talk about Temu quite a bit. Love the app. But I really recommend looking on there for stuff if y'all are interested in buying anything for crochet, either as a hobby or as a business. I really recommend Amazon too, but you can walk into stores and find stuff cheap sometimes. Like Walmart, I've had luck with finding things there that I can use. Okay, I got cut off because of my phone storage, but that is it for this video. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it, and if y'all have any questions on any of this stuff, feel free to comment down below and I will reply back to y'all. I may link some of this stuff so y'all can easily find it, but yeah, I hope y'all have had a wonderful day, and I hope y'all will come back and watch some videos. And don't forget to like and subscribe this one, and if you have any ideas, leave them down below. But until next time, see you later.